Hey, welcome. I am Pastor Steve Messam, and in this series, we talk about Jesus, not the small version, the real one. Let's get into it. Every 4 years, Americans gather to elect a new commander in chief. The president takes the oath of office, places his hand on the Bible, and assumes one of the most consequential positions on earth. The weight of that title is immediate and undeniable. But here is what most of us never stop to consider. We already have a commander in chief, not one elected by popular vote, not one who eventually will leave office. Our commander in chief has been in office for over 2,000 years, and he will never leave. I have spent the last several months writing a book about who this Jesus actually is, and it comes down to two words that I think most believers have never put together: mediator and chief. Let's start with chief, because this is the side of Jesus most people undersell without realizing it. Hebrews 1:3 tells us, He is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature, and he upholds the universe by the word of his power. Think about that last phrase. In physics, there is a force so powerful and so fundamental that without it, every atom in creation would instantaneously fly apart. Scientists call it the strong nuclear force. It holds the nucleus of every atom together. Without it, matter ceases to exist. The author of Hebrews is making a claim that goes even deeper than the nuclear physics. The reason matter holds together, the reason the stars stay in their course and the planets stay in their orbits is not an impersonal force. It is a person. It is Jesus Christ, right now, at this moment, actively sustaining every molecule of created reality. He is not holding a place in some spiritual lineup of religious options. He is holding the universe together. Jesus is not the greatest option on a spiritual menu. He is the cosmic Christ who created everything and holds it together. Now, here is where it gets personal, because Chief on his own can feel distant. A cosmic Christ who holds galaxies together is impressive, but is he reachable? This is where mediator comes in. A mediator stands between two parties and makes something possible that could not happen without them. Now let's look at Hebrews 7:25. Consequently, he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. Not occasionally, not when your faith is strong enough to warrant his attention, always. And here's what makes Jesus different from every other mediator who has ever lived. He is not a neutral third party reviewing your case from a distance. He is the Son of God who became fully human, who was tempted in every way you are tempted, who suffered in ways you suffer, and who now sits at the right hand of the Father representing you, not observing you. The same one who is chief over all creation is the same one personally interceding for you right now. Here's why I built the entire book around these two words instead of just one. If Jesus is only chief, he is magnificent but distant. A supreme authority you admire from afar, the way you might admire a head of state you would never actually meet. If Jesus is only mediator, he is sympathetic but maybe not powerful enough to fully trust. Someone who understands you but cannot necessarily do anything about your situation. But Hebrews will not let you choose one or the other. It insists on both at the same time in the same person. The one who holds the universe together is the same one who climbed down into human suffering to represent you before the Father. This is what no other religious system, and frankly, no other book on the book of Hebrews puts together quite this way. Supreme and sympathetic, chief and mediator, both completely in Jesus. This is the lens for everything I'm going to be talking about in this series over the next several weeks as we get ready for the release of my book, Jesus, Mediator and Chief, Discovering the Superior Christ in the Book of Hebrews on August 25th, 2026. Every video from here forward is going to come back to this: the struggle people actually have with the book of Hebrews, the questions you have probably asked yourself about suffering and distance and faith. All of it gets answered through this one framework. If you want to start reading now, the first 3 chapters are free. The link is in the description. Next week, we are going to tackle one of the hardest questions believers ask. If Jesus really reigns over everything, why do we still suffer? Subscribe so you do not miss it. I will see you in the next one.